9 amazing above water shipwrecks. 1. SS American Star, Canary Islands. The incredible image above shows the wreck of the SS American Star, built in 1940 for United States Lines and wrecked in January 1994 off Vanuatu in the Canary Islands. At the time of the accident, the vessel was being towed to Thailand to be used as a floating hotel. 2. Chatham Islands, New Zealand. This musty old vessel, above, was captured on the archipelago of the Chatham Islands, New Zealand, in September 2007. The islands are named after the ship HMS Chatham of the Vancouver expedition, captained by William Robert Broughton, who claimed possession of the archipelago for Great Britain in 1791. But it's fair to say that this old boat doesn't quite date back to that period in history. Today, the islands have a grand population of 609 people of European and Maori descent, with surroundings that conjure an atmosphere of exploration and adventure harking back to the early settlers. 3. Republic of Vanuatu, South Pacific. This ill-fated ship ran aground here in the early 1980s when Cyclone Wilma lashed the island of Vanuatu. The volcanic archipelago in the Melanesia region has doubtless seen countless shipwrecks in its time. This one has rested on the reef since the day it foundered, and has since become a popular tourist attraction. 4. The Iredale, Clatsop Spit, Oregon, United States. Jutting out of the sand along the northwest coast of Oregon can be found the remains of the Iredale, which ran aground here in 1906. Built in June 1890 in Merricord, Northern England, by Reyes and Company, the vessel was attempting to enter that Columbia River when high winds literally drove her into the shore. Thankfully all 27 souls on board, including 2 stowaways, were saved. The weather scuppered any plans to tow the ship off the beach, and it soon became embedded in the sand, where it remains to this day. Rumor has it that the ship's skipper, Captain Harry Lawrence, waded ashore from the wreck armed with the logbook and a bottle of whiskey. He passed the whiskey around his crew and offered up a final salute to his ship, saying, "May God bless you, and may your bones bleach in the sands." 5. Point Reyes, California. It might not be the most impressive looking wreck of all time, but the photographer has done a nice job of capturing the eponymous Point Reyes fishing boat. 6. The Kakapo, Cape Town. The 2 remaining propeller blades framing a rusty old boiler is all that remains of the Kakapo, which ran aground on the 26th of May 1900. On that fateful night, the Kakapo left Cape Town bound for Sydney, reportedly shrouded in mist and fog. The captain turned sharp east when he saw what he thought was Cape Point, which would have allowed him to cruise into False Bay. But unbeknown to him, what he had actually seen was Chapman's Peak, and instead of turning into False Bay he rammed the ship on North Howard Beach, where it has been slowly rotting away for the last century. The Cape of Good Hope is known for its treacherous conditions, and was originally called the Cape of Storms. Since 1918, the Slancott Lighthouse has ensured subsequent captains have not made the same mistake. 7. Lake Ontario, Canada. Can anyone fill in the blanks in on this one? Name of vessel? How it came to be washed up here? What is known is that this amazingly intact shipwreck can be found on the shores of Lake Ontario. And if you think this is cool, the lake has a plethora of wrecks, some of them commanding important places in history. 8. SS Maheno, Fraser Island, Queensland, Australia. Fraser Island off the coast of Queensland in Australia is the largest sand island in the world and a breathtaking place to visit. But its most notable man-made landmark is easily the wreck of the SS Maheno. The Maheno had a varied history. Built in Scotland in 1905 as a luxury passenger liner for the Trans-Tasman crossings, it served as a hospital ship in the English Channel before being declared outdated in 1935. That same year, the ship was being towed to Melbourne when a cyclone struck, setting it adrift for several days before it finally became beached on Fraser Island. It has since been used for target practice by the Royal Australian Air Force and is now a popular tourist attraction. More than 3 stories of the vessel are reportedly buried beneath the sand. 9. River Princess, Candolim Beach, Goa. Perhaps more of an eyesore than historic wreck, the vast River Princess lies abandoned on Candolim Beach in Goa after it was washed up in a storm. The local government, apparently, cannot afford to get rid of the ship, and by all accounts the water is so shallow that people can almost wade out to it, not recommended. One side of the hull has a gaping hole cut out so that the sand and water battles gush and will ensure the ship doesn't move, preventing it drifting into the busy shipping lanes. Eyesore or not, this is one leviathan that could be with us for generations to come. That's 9 amazing about water shipwrecks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.